Hello, my name is Mark Sharoff, and I'm a research manager with GBTA. And I want to talk about a regular poll that we do. We do a poll where we survey all of our members and our contacts in the industry. And we started this more than 2 years ago, but it's sort of evolved. You know, we started this, we were looking at the COVID pandemic and how it was impacting the industry. And this is still the main focus, but we've expanded it to include other things. So we're still asking about COVID, but we're also asking about other issues as well. So I want to share some results from the most recent poll that we did back in June. And I want to start with COVID. Virtually all companies are back on the road. 89% of respondents say their company at least sometimes allows non-essential domestic travel, and 79% at least sometimes allow non-essential international business travel. So companies are traveling again, and they're doing it safely. But there's still some risk from COVID. And I think with any company, there's a small percentage of the population that faces higher risk. Examples of this, people are immunocompromised, they're older, or they live with someone who's sick. These people are at higher risk from COVID-19. But the challenge is some of them, might be required to travel for their jobs. Let's say you're an engineer and your company might expect you to go out and visit job sites. Or you're a regional sales rep and you're expected to travel across your region and meet with customers. But what happens if you're at high risk from COVID? So we asked about this. 65% of respondents say their company has a formal process where employees can request to opt out of business trips. And if you have a process, we asked you what this looks like. 63% say that employees can opt out of any trip they're not comfortable taking. So your company asks you to travel, but you tell them you're not comfortable. They'll let you out of it, no questions asked. And then 31% decide this on a case-by-case basis. So you explain your situation to your company, and your company decides if you can opt out or not. But I think the takeaway here is that most companies have a process around this. And so, companies are traveling again, but they're doing it safely, and they're trying to protect people who are at high risk. So that's good to see. And then I mentioned earlier, it's not just COVID, but we also look at other issues. And what we did, we asked travel managers, which issues are having an impact on your travel program. And 38% say that COVID is still having a significant impact on their program. But then there's other issues as well. So 33% say that staffing shortages are having a significant impact. A lot of travel programs reduce staff during the pandemic, and they're trying to restaff, but it's hard to do because we're in a tight labor market. So a lot of airlines, hotels, rental car companies, travel agencies, these companies have staffing shortages, and 33% of travel managers say that this is having a significant impact on their program. And then there's inflation. Inflation has raised the cost of everything, whether it's flights, hotels, or meals. And 28% of travel managers say this is having a significant impact. So the takeaway here, I think COVID is sort of dying down. Less than half of travel managers say that this is having a significant impact. And there's a lot of other issues that have emerged, and travel managers are starting to turn their attention to other issues as well.